Hey, you guys, we're back here. And as you can see, I have nature all around me. My mind is free. I'm feeling really, really good. Today, what we're going to be talking about is a question that I'm asked so many times, and I actually just got like four emails about this. And I know that this is not something that is uncommon to so many of us. So we're going to just go ahead and knock this out and address this now. The question is, what exactly should I be looking for in a mate? What types of things should I be keeping an eye out for so that I will be able to determine if this person is good for me, if this is someone that may be compatible, or if this is someone I should be running away from. So I want to say that the things that you should be looking for are probably or maybe things that you may not have even thought about. And when I say that, I mean, we know we have the regular stuff like, does the person have a job? Do they respect their parents? Does a father have the respect of his son? Does a mother have the respect of her daughter? How does the person carry him or herself? How do they interact with other people? I mean, we kind of know the surface stuff like that. Those types of things are pretty much just general knowledge. But what I really want to hit on today is the stuff that a lot of people don't think about. And unless you are really, really cluing in on the psychology behind some things, there are things that you may not even be fully aware of. And those things are really looking at and watching how people um, react when they are emotionally charged. Okay, that's very important. How people react when their emotions are high or when their emotions are very low, that really is what gives you an indication of the type of person that you're really getting. For example, how does a man react when he feels that his manhood has somehow been threatened or compromised? Okay? How does a woman react when she feels that her womanhood has been threatened or compromised? How do people behave when they are angry, when they are afraid, when they have been hurt, when they're excited, when they're happy? This is the type of stuff that we need to make sure that we really look for and really watch patterns for before we decide that someone is worthy of dating or not, or if it's a good match, or if it's even healthy. Okay, let me kind of break this down a little bit more. If you have a person who, when they become angry, begin to demonstrate unhealthy behaviors, hurtful behaviors, destructive behaviors, such as calling you out of your name, uh, gambling, showing signs of addictions, gambling, going to the sweaty crack club, the naked club, whatever you all want to call it, going and just spending money just just in a ridiculous way. Um, do they become closed off emotionally? Do they shut you out and not let you in and not let you know what's going on with them? Emotionally isolating themselves, which in turn affects you. Those types of things. Do they respond with destructive and hurtful behaviors when they are angry? That's something that's really, really important to look at, because that lets you know that, especially if the person is 35, 40 years old, 45, that stuff has pretty much been in the making. And so that's what you have, because that's what they are. When they become afraid, does that fear turn into anger? And that's what happens a lot of times, especially with men. When they become afraid of something, that fear rolls over into anger, and they tend to become destructive. That's not all men, I'm saying that that's something that you want to look at. Or, on the other hand, um, does the person become more open? Will they invite you in? Can you all sit down and talk about the problem? Is he or she able to articulate why they are upset and say to you, you know, when you did this, it made me feel this way, or this is something that is causing me some discomfort. Can we talk about this so we can figure out a solution to the problem? Those types of things. I mean, which way does it go? That's very, very, very important, because again, you have to remember that the patterns of the behaviors that you see is what you're going to get. That's what you're going to have to deal with. So we need to see these things before we kind of get melded into a relationship. Okay. Also, how do they react, as I said before, when they are happy? Because happiness, feeling joy, feeling glad about things, that's a good thing, I suppose, depending on what you're feeling glad about. But in and of itself, that emotion is seen as being a positive thing. But if a person gets excited about something and gets happy about things and goes, oh, where's my ATM card? And then they just go spending. They're spending, they're feeling good, so we're shopping and we're going here and going there, and then they're broke. No, that's a problem. That's a problem. As opposed to getting excited and feeling happy about something, and maybe you guys going out to dinner to celebrate, or feeling happy and maybe chilling out, with a glass of wine, or, something like that, something that is not going to be destructive. I know people who get happy and get excited when they get money, and the first thing they go do is go to the boat and gamble it all away. Those are the kind of things that you, or do they get excited about stuff? Do they become happy about things and then just start drinking themselves into oblivion? These, certainly are the types of behaviors that you want to look at. You want to know what it is that you're getting, and you have to look at things like that. When you're considering dating somebody, it's not just about whether or not they have a job. It's just not about whether or not they have a certain type of stability or security that you may feel that you need. It's not just about how well do they take care of and interact with their children, with their families. Yes, these things are important. It is important to have these things, but at the same time, it is equally as important, in my opinion, maybe more important, to know the psychology involved in these people that you're dealing with. How do their psyches function? Because that is what you are going to have to deal with. That's the true person that you are going to be getting. Find out, watch, observe, spend time with them so that you see how they react in different situations. That's the only way that you know. That's really the only way that you know. So, in answer to that particular question, again, I will say, make sure that you are vigilant in knowing who this person is that you're considering becoming intertwined with. That is how you go about choosing a mate. That's how you decide who it is that's good for you today and not today. The patterns that you see. So that's the answer to that question. I certainly hope that it has helped someone. And if you guys have any questions about anything that I've said, or if you guys want me to go deeper into this, and certainly there is a lot more that can be said on the subject, just go ahead, shoot me an email, inbox me, hit me up. But until then, I will see you guys next time.